We want to prove that Disney pays the critics to give the movies good reviews, or at least the critics are obsessed with woke movies being woke, because there's no way something as bad as the Little Mermaid remake of this year is even close to a 1%. Okay, well, okay, probably a 10%. Okay, but let alone they're giving it a 70%. Don't worry, the Mario movie, the Mario movie, that movie is complete garbage according to Rotten Tomatoes. But don't worry, you can give Little Mermaid a 70%. I'm actually surprised they didn't give this a 99% certified fresh because OMZ more diversity, 10 out of 10 movie. Watch it or else you're racist. Disney executives that we're taking your money now so we can give you movies good scores. Okay, like A Strange Road and Right Yell. This doesn't mean the movie getting good reviews doesn't really mean anything because the first Little Mermaid movie actually has a higher score than the remake. Yep, the first movie, Little Mermaid, is still considered a better movie according to the critics, but at least some of them, okay, at least some of them, okay, only 70% compared to the first Little Mermaid as well. People don't want to see this movie. At least, sane people, because this movie is still going to somehow make $100 million in its first weekend. It really showed that there were a bunch of people who were brainwashed by Mickey Mouse to make sure that this movie makes a billion. Hopefully, this disaster does not make $1 billion. Considering the fact that China won't even watch it, it will make like $10 in China. I think we're fine if it's not making $1 billion. But here we go. This is a cash grab of a thing. The Little Mermaid is one of the most uninspired movies written out of Disney since the company started with its own fault. As the studio that has done other live-action remakes, Disney is betrayed with its own lack of imagination and is a central misread of what made the original children's film such a joy for audiences in the first place. Again, I don't want to get angry when they call animated movies children's movies, but again, animated movies are for everyone. I wish people would realize that. And we're talking about Cocomelon or Paw Patrol. Animation is for everyone. Disney designed these animated movies to be timeless. I'm talking about the Disney Renaissance movies, obviously, like The Lion King and Little Mermaid. Those movies are designed to be timeless. No matter what age or time you're watching this movie, let's just say like 50 years after, let's just say 2050, the movies are designed to be timeless movies that are going to stand the test of time, that everyone can watch, not just children. I'm so sick of animation being relegated as a children's medium. I hope one day an animation studio says, you know what, like for example, DreamWorks says, screw this, we're making an R-rated animated movie. But yeah, something like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is not a quote-unquote children's movie. People of all ages can enjoy stuff like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and the Super Mario movie. But again, Disney is dumbing down the remakes for either woke people or children. So that's not too surprising that they're calling the remake a children's movie. Because movies that do dumb their audiences down for children do deserve to be called children's movies. But something like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish does not deserve to be called a children's movie or the Mario movie. Because the Mario movie is supposed to be exactly like the Super Mario Bros. Games. It is designed for everybody, just like the Mario Bros. Games. Anyone can enjoy Mario Odyssey, regardless of age and background. Same thing with the Mario movie. But mini rant is over. The Little Mermaid modernized the take on the 1989 feature with a Tyron Reed performance by Halle Berry, but it is not enough to lift this live-action remake, resulting in a soulless and pointless remake. And it's funny, even media like The Vulture does not like this, because any normal creative brain knows that this movie is garbage, and knows that the Disney money matters more than the actual opinion of this movie, which is a soulless, pointless cash grab that no one asked for. No one asked for a soulless, pointless remake of Little Mermaid. But don't worry, this will still somehow make $1 billion because Disney will get the endless supply of Disney fanboys to line up their pockets. The Little Mermaid crawls at its nails pace. The wondrous moments are weighed down by wasted opportunities for spectacle, emotion, unapologetic bombast. A non-harm anime adaptation buoyed by the lovely return. But I think it'll too to see this movie. These are fresh scores. But again, the scores. Marvel's Echo so bad deemed unreasonable by Kevin Feige, who didn't see this coming. I don't even know who the hell Echo is. The only Echo I think of is Echo from Overwatch. I don't even know who the hell Echo from Marvel is. But nobody asked for an Echo TV series. But again, all the Marvel TV series of, even last year, the only one I think that did okay was Moon Knight. The rest of them did poorly. I wouldn't be too surprised if more people pirated Miss Marvel and actually watched it on Disney Plus, which is very funny, as well. Well, because I've been including many people myself that went on a website online and looked up watch Miss Marvel for free because they didn't want to give Disney Plus the money, which is no one's surprise as well. But this movie is, I hope this movie bombs because this movie looks complete garbage. It looks like complete garbage. But again, the box office for the Little Mermaid remake, it's still going to make $100 million in America, which is sad because there are much more deserving movies of $100 million opening weekend. Again, so like for example, some of the best movies of 2019 didn't really do too well because people would rather watch Disney's swap instead of watching actual good movies. For example, Parasite, which is one of the best movies of last year, only made like $20 million or something in America. But don't worry, the garbage Aladdin remake made $1 billion. Or Rita Battle Angel, one of the best movies of 2019, only made $40 million worldwide. But don't worry, The Rise of Skywalker, the worst Star Wars movie ever, made $1 billion. But again, hopefully, people wake up and realize that this movie's garbage and not give this movie $110 million opening weekend. But again, most likely people will. Or people will just watch this out of curiosity to see how bad it truly is. Again, the Emoji Movie still made money, despite how bad the Emoji Movie was. But something even like the Emoji Movie still made money, despite how bad this movie was. It shows truly to a testament that audiences really don't care. Hopefully one day, people will be done with Disney's horrible and awful live-action remakes where we'll stop giving them $1 billion. Because the Emoji Movie still isn't getting a sequel, but it is considered one. But again, the Emoji Movie is considered one of the worst movies of all time. So it's not too surprising that the Emoji Movie did so poorly. But so many people went to go see the Emoji Movie out of curiosity to see how bad it truly was. I think if the Little Mermaid remake gets bad scores, I wouldn't be too surprised if we get an Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania style drop. And Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania declined of almost no competition, whereas only competition to being a movie about a barrel high on cocaine, which I described the movie Cocaine Barrel. That's basically the movie I described. But yeah. The biggest problem for the Little Mermaid remake, which no one asked for, is Spider-Verse. This movie is coming out the week after the Little Mermaid remake, which is very bad for Disney because this movie is coming out after the Little Mermaid remake. And guess what? The Little Mermaid remake is not even in Fortnite. That's how bad the Little Mermaid remake is that they're putting Spider-Verse over the Little Mermaid remake, which shows how little companies care about this movie, which is so funny as well. Because the Little Mermaid remake and Spider-Verse both have black leads, but they chose Spider-Verse instead because they know Spider-Verse will actually make money and will actually get people wanting to play the game to play as Miles Morales instead of playing as Halle Berry's Ariel. So yeah, overall, the Little Mermaid remake is shaping up to be a big failure, considering the competition that's coming out the week afterwards. Goodbye.